Hey guys, and welcome to another tutorial of how to do a full face of makeup for hooded eyes, as they can be a little tricky to work with, but with the right techniques you can create a stunning and flattering look that will make your eyes pop. So I'm starting off with a very basic prep and prime technique with a good moisturizer followed by a good primer, and then just massaging it onto the skin. Do not forget your neck. Since the under eye seemed a little dry, I added an extra step and massaged some really good amount of the Charlotte Tilbury Magic Under Eye Cream and left it to soak the skin for a few minutes. For any kind of makeup look, I usually like to finish my base makeup first and then move on to my eyes and other features. So I started off by using an orange correct because there was a lot of uneven skin tone and texture. So I used a deep orange and mixed it with a very slight amount of concealer to match her skin. If you're following the same steps I'm showing you all today, make sure to not overuse the orange corrector, otherwise the foundation will not cover it, and always start with a little bit and then you all can add in. Moving on to the foundation, I used a medium to buildable coverage foundation, which was the Estee Lauder Double Wear foundation, as it helps very good with the oil control for an oily skin. Also gives you the perfect buildable coverage you need. I'm not using a lot of foundation on the eyes. I'm just leaving that and we'll top it off with the concealer. Do not forget your lip. I'm using the Too Faced Born This Way concealer because it gives a very good buildable medium to high coverage, which I felt was needed because I've used an orange correct. Always make sure when you're blending your makeup to have a lighter hand. Moving on, I'm setting the whole makeup with the Laura Mercier translucent powder. It's one of the best loose powders I use. It's so lightweight and can mattify your makeup and make it long lasting. Instead of using a contour, I've used a bronzer and used it on the high points of her face and her. I didn't want to overdo the blush for this look, so I've mixed a peach and a pink shade to create the natural cheeky pink. Getting into the fun part for the hooded eyes, I'm quickly doing a soft brows and let's get started with the hooded eyes. I had already applied the primer, so I'm moving into the eyes and using a black kajal pencil and just smoking a very thin line and very lightly blending. Make sure the liner is very precise and use an angular brush to get more depth. Blending that thin liner we created using a very precision dense brush with a slight darker brown. Apply a transition shade next. Take a matte shade which is a few shades darker than the skin tone and apply it to the crease using a fluffy brush. In case your color is bleeding out or uneven, just use a Q-tip to. Now taking a darker shade, applying it onto the outer corners of the eyes. I'm using a small brush to create a definition with the eyes to give it the depth. I'm using a black color on an angular brush to add in more color and depth to the eye. This is now actually where the look comes together. I'm using the leftover color on the angular brush and just smoking a line down on the lower lash. The same transition brown shade on the lower lash to blend to add in more definition. I'm tightlining the eyes with the same black kohl pencil. Now you can apply a shimmer of your choice on the center of the lips and blend it on the whole eyelids. This will make the eyes pop. Just repeating the same process on the other eye. A magic trick to open up the hooded eyes by using a nude kohl pencil on the waterline, which will help the eye. If you want, you can first do the eyes and then move on to the rest of the face. I'm just completing off with the final coat of mascara. Usually for such looks, when I'm trying to focus around the eyes, on hooded eyes especially, I like to use a good pop of pink and nude browns and create a good ombre shade, and it looks very beautiful. For this look, I've used a PAC lip liner. I'm going to mention the shade in the description box. And for the lipstick shade, I mixed two shades of Smashbox. One of them was Gulabe and the other was Drivers. I've done setting my full face of makeup for this look, and I'd already prepped the hair before the tutorial starts. I'll also be sharing how I created this wet look, so stay tuned for that. I hope you guys like this tutorial. I love how this look has turned out. You all can check this look on my Instagram page. I'm going to leave the link.